Hey everyone, my name is Aniket Malik and I am excited to share a bit about my journey with you today. My educational qualification is BTech, and over the past 5 years I have gained extensive experience working as a Windows Server administrator. My expertise also includes Citrix administrator, various monitoring tools and VMware, etc. In this video, I will be sharing my knowledge and insight on Active Directory installation and administrator. Whether you are a beginner or looking to deepen your understanding, I hope you will find this content valuable and engaging. Let's get it started. Firstly, you have download the workstation, yeah, or Oracle VirtualBox. Yeah, you can use the hypervisor. Firstly, download the I have already downloaded the VMware Workstation Pro. You can also download this website VMware. Download Fusion or Workstation. Firstly, you have to register this website. After registration, you can download the VMware Workstation Pro. Yeah, you can also download the VirtualBox for installing the Windows Server 2016 19 22. I have already downloaded those things. I have downloaded the VMware Workstation Pro, and I have already downloaded the Windows Server 2016. And firstly, how to create the v workstation in this VMware. You have to select, like, if you want to create a new VM machine, click on the file and select new virtual machine. You have to select the custom. Now next, select next, and you have select I will install operating system later. Then select, if you can choose which Windows Server you want to install. You want to install Windows Server 2019, you want to install 2016, yeah, you want to install 2012. I have already installed 2016. Now I am giving an example. You can select 2016 and 9. I am selecting 2019. Go to next. Now next. You can choose the firmware type. You can choose BIOS or UEFI. UEFI is the latest firmware and BIOS is the older. Now you can select next. Now you can select the processor. If you want to select for processor, and you can choose Core 2. Now go to the next, and you have to choose 4 GB. You can choose 4 GB, 5 GB according to your needs. Go to next. Now you have to choose network selection. uh, there are three types. If you select use bridge networking operating system direct access to the external and Ethernet network. You can access directly network. If you choose network address translation, you can not directly access to the external network. Like if you choose host only network, you can access only to the virtual machine inside the VM workstation. You cannot access the outside machine, but you can access the outside machine using the bridge networking. You can access the outside resources. You can select, yeah, you can choose bridge networking. I am choosing use only host networking. Go to next. You can select according to which type of disk do you want to choose. You want to choose ID, you want to choose SCSI, yeah, you want to choose SATA, yeah, you want to whichever you can choose. I am choosing NVMe. Go to the next. Now I am creating a new virtual disk, and disk size is 60 GB. I do not want to increase this size. and go to next and go to next and finish. I am creating a new virtual machine, and you now you have to go the setting, go to the CD DVD, and you can choose the use ISO image file, browse and select the ISO image file. I am choosing 2019 server file. Okay, now go to the Windows Server 2000. I have already installed Windows Server 2016. Now go to the server manager and go to the manage, add role and feature. Select next, select role based or feature based installation. Select next. You need to firstly you have to provide the IP, static IP address. I am providing a static IP address to the Ethernet. Like I am providing IP address I am providing a default gateway 1. I am also installing the DNS role on this server 192.168.1.1. Okay. Now go to the next. Now you have to choose Active Directory Domain Service role, and you have to install the DNS role. No static IP address were found on this computer. I have already provided the IP address. Now I am checking. Yeah, I already provided. Now next, select next, select next. Now install this role. AD and DNS role has been installed. Now close this and restart the server. Now if you want to change the computer name, click on the computer, go to the change, go to the change and change the computer name. Now I am providing the name AD1. Okay. You must restart your computer to apply these settings. If you, after changing the name, you need to restart the computer. Now log in the server. Go to the server manager. Now server name is, computer name is showing AD1. Now this server have to promote the domain controller. Promote the server to a domain controller. Click on the. There are three type of now I'm going to promote the domain controller in this server. Active Directory is a database which stores the information about object like user group, printer, member, server, etc. एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी थ्री मेन टायर में होता है, स्ट्रक्चर में होता है. फॉरेस्ट होता है, डोमेन एंड ट्री. एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी देयर आर थ्री टाइप मेन टायर. नाउ आई एम क्रिएटिंग ए फॉरेस्ट. Now forest name, like I am providing forest name service now .com. Go to next. Now I am providing the password. Go to the next. We have already the DNS role in this server. Go to the next. Go to the next. There are three file on ADD databases which will store C Windows NTDS database folder, and the second file name is a log file folder, or third file name is a sysvol folder. There are three type of folder, or there are three type of file stored in ADDS database. ntds.dit, this file name. ntds mean new technology directory service, and .dit file means directory information technology or tree. ntds store the object information, like store only object informations. And sysvolume folder store the scripting policies. ntds.dit there are make the active directory four partition, yani divide the file into four part. Schema partition, ntds.dit, You can also install Active Directory role using the PowerShell command. Using below PowerShell command, install the import module, ADDS deployment, install ADDS forest, create DNS delegation, win threshold, domain name, service name, domain NetBIOS name, forest mode. We can install using the PowerShell command using the Active Directory role and promote the domain controller. We can also, if you want to demote the domain controller, we can use the below command: uninstall ADDNS, demote operation master and force removal true. We can demote the domain controller. अब एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी स्टोर करती है देयर आर 4 टाइप ऑफ पार्टीशन होते हैं. NTDS स्टोर करती है. NTDS मीन्स मैंने ऑलरेडी बता दिया, न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी डायरेक्टरी सर्विस. एंड DIT मीन्स होता है डायरेक्टरी इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी ट्री. द एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी डेटाबेस. फर्स्ट क्या होगा? एक्टिव डायरेक्टरी डेटाबेस स्कीमा होगा, सेकंड कॉन्फ़िगरेशन होगा, थर्ड डोमेन होगा, एंड फोर्थ हमारा DNS होगा, या यू कैन से एप्लीकेशन पार्टीशन. देयर आर 4 टाइप ऑफ पार्टीशंस होते हैं. NTDS स्टोर 4-5 पार्ट. स्कीमा क्या करता है? स्कीमा स्टोर ऑब्जेक्ट एंड एट्रीब्यूट इंफॉर्मेशंस. ऑब्जेक्ट like user, member, server, printer, this type of things. Store object and attribute information. Attribute like phone number, email ID, this type of things is called attribute. Configuration partition contain domain info and logical info. Domains related informations contain करता है. Contain info within the domain, जो domain के inside है, जैसे like user, object, printer, ADC, RODC, ये domain है. Application partition store the DNS informations. And there NTDS.dit create make the Active Directory 4 partition. divide होती है schema, configurations, domain and DNS. अब next one is sysvolume. Sysvolume store the logon, script and policies. Store the scripting policies informations. There are three storage: database folder, log file and sysvol folder. Location is C Windows NTDS, C Windows NTDS. .dit file create होती है. and C Windows and sysvolume collection of scripting object. Now go to the next. Now everything is okay. Configuration: this server as the first Active Directory domain controller in a new forest. यानी ये server first Active Directory domain controller. It is called a primary domain controller. The new domain name, I have provided a domain in servicenow.com. This is also the name of the new forest. NetBIOS name ServiceNow. Forest functional level Windows Server 2016. Domain functional level Windows Server. एडिशनल ऑपरेशन ग्लोबल कैटलॉग, इसके अंदर इंक्लूड है DNS सर्वर है, क्रिएट DNS डेलीगेशन नो है, डेटाबेस ये है, DNS server service will be configured on this computer. already configured है. the computer will be configured to use this DNS server as a preferred DNS server. the password of new domain administrator will be same as the password of the local administrator of this computer. Both are the same password. View script check करते हैं. These are the PowerShell script. We can use this script to install the domain controller. Now go to the next. After install this product, we can create the user, computer, etc. Now Active Directory, I have already defined what is Active Directory, and I have already installed the role in Active Directory. Active Directory is a Microsoft service. Active Directory is a Microsoft service that provides centralized authentication and authorization to network resources. Active Directory used like in a business environment to simplify user management, control access to data, and enforce company security policies. Up there are Active Directory. There are three main types. First is domain, second is tree, and third is forest. There are three main types Active Directory. What is a domain? Domain is a collection of objects. Domain is a collection of objects on the same Active Directory and might consist of user, device, and group. These represent branches of the tree. Domain, we can say the domain is a complete instance of Active Directory, like a complete thing of Active Directory. Each domain, like servicenow.com, is a complete instance of Active Directory, and each domain, like I am using that, there are three domain, or each domain has its own security policies, user account, and group policies. Domain can be linked together by trust relationship. We can link two domain like servicenow.com and api.com. You can choose any domain. In domain we can link together by trust relationship. Tree. What is the tree? Tree is a group of domain, like we can contain more than domain. Tree is a group of domain organized hierarchically. Parent domain linked to the child domain, all of which stem for a single root domain. Like we are creating a domain servicenow.com, and this is the part of the service domain. It is called a child domain. Like tree contain a child domain. Servicenow.com, like noida.service.com, it is a child domain. Parent domain is a servicenow.com and child domain is a noida.service.now.com, all of which stem from a single root domain, like a servicenow.com. Yani you can say a tree, it consists of multiple domain and share same DNS. It share a contagious namespace. First domain created in a tree is called the root domain, and subsequent domain is called a child domain. First domain is called the tree domain, and subsequent domain is called the child domain. Now forest is a collection of one or more domain tree. It is a collection of more or one domain tree, and multiple tree combined to make a forest. Multiple trees like 1 2 3 4, it's called a tree, which is the highest level within the Active Directory. The tree within a forest from a security boundary and can trust each other to share information with the ED. And forest is a collection of one or more domain tree. They can have a different domain name. Each tree within a forest has its own root domain. Forests do not necessarily share a contiguous. Child domains share a contiguous namespace, but forests do not necessarily share a contiguous. Each tree within a forest has its own root domain. And forest, they can have different domain. Forest can contain multiple. Each collection is a collection of one or more domain tree. After installing the role, system restarted the system. I have configured the ADDS. Now my domain name is the service now, computer name is AD and DNS, Now I will be create a user. Now go to the tools and select the Active Directory user in computer. Tab on service now. If you want to create, there are three types. Organize. You can create computers. You can create contact. You can create group. There are two type of groups: security group and distribution group. You want to create a container. You want to create an organizational company are using the like organizational unit. I am creating an organizational unit. Uncheck the protect. Now organization unit is Noida. I have uh, my company is the two location. Now is Noida location, second is Bangalore location. So uh, I will create two. First is the Noida location, second is the Bangalore locations. Now I am creating the second OU like Mumbai locations. I have like a company. I have three locations: Noida, Bangalore, Mumbai. Now I am creating a Mumbai location. Now I am creating the sub in the Noida location, like new. I'm like there are different department in Noida location, like HR department. Now I am creating an HR department. Finance department. I am creating OU for finance department. Now I am creating a user in HR department. Like I am creating a user in HR department. User like Suresh in the HR department. User email ID Suresh. Now select the next. User cannot change the password. Your password never expire. You can select any options. Now password is Aniket. Sorry, you can choose any password. You can provide the detail of the user like properties, display name, last name, select descriptions, office, telephone number, email and web page. You can provide. You can also provide the profile path, telephone, home page, mobile, fax and all. You can provide a job title. Like you select the job title as HR department, associate, the different type of department like HR. You can show company name and you can choose also manager name. You can provide the IP address. Oh sorry, IP address, sorry, addresses, cities, postal code and country and region in India. You can select India. Sorry. Applied at these things. Okay. Now you can create a next user is like a new user. Ramesh. Similarly logon name Ramesh. Next You can choose the password. User cannot change the password. Okay, uncheck this and select the user cannot change the password. Type the password. Create the user. Now I am creating a two user in HR department, and you can create a user in finance domain. Similarly, in you can create a sub OU in Mumbai location for. So there are different location we can create a OU and sub OUs and create a user according to need and apply. You can apply the securities policies in sub OUs and OUs. Okay, now this lecture now this lecture I am completing this lecture, and next lecture I will how to join the domain and in system and everything. How to create additional domain controller and read only domain controller. So next lecture I will teach these things. Okay, bye bye.